All right. In all honesty, I am going to be determined not to trade anything today or tomorrow and maybe trade Wednesday when FOMC is released or completed or whatever. Um, I've just been on a consistent losing streak for quite a while, actually. And as I mentioned in the description of my last video, that piece of trash girl that I had staying here as a roommate, and I've mentioned why I want her out. This girl is a filthy, lazy, lying little brat, and everything from her conning me into buying her groceries. Not really conning. I mean, I told her to pay for her groceries, and she just piled it up on the whatever the cashier right in front of the cashier on the flat surface. After the cashier asked if there was anything more. And I didn't even get a chance to answer. She goes, "Oh yeah, yeah, there's more." And she put the stuff down there knowing I already swiped my card. I tested her by asking her when I went to another store because I needed to get some vinegar. I said, "Do me a favor, go into the store and buy vinegar for me." I mean, a bottle of vinegar is like what, $3, $4? And I asked her to get me some Jamaican patties, which were in the store. She decided she was going to go shopping for more items for herself. She did buy the vinegar. She came out and then said, "Oh yeah, the Jamaican patties, they said they were out." And from my point of view, women of her culture, especially nowadays, are profoundly egocentric and self-serving and only think about themselves. Um, there's no hint of the um, empathetic, compassionate, traditional type of woman, none whatsoever. Um, it's just all about me, 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 me. So my point of view is a decent woman would have been like, you know what? He just bought me a bunch of groceries, and he asked me to get him some food. Let me see if I'll call him and ask him if there's anything else he wants. And I wanted to get some stuff myself, so I'm gonna ask him if he doesn't mind me shopping for a little bit, because maybe he has something he has to do when he gets home. Maybe he has other priorities. He can't just sit out there and wait for 15, 20 minutes for me to shop. Um, so yeah. Anyways, that's just one of many examples that this girl gave me red flags that this person is not someone you want to deal with. And she's given me so many red flags that on Friday, when I left to go train my client, which was around 3:45, I asked her, "Are you not working today?" As she spent the entire day just laying on the couch. Um, she said she has to work at midnight. And I said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go train a client. I should be back by 7 o'clock." And before I left my home, I text my friend who lives on the same floor as me, but on the other side of the building, to please come by and check the apartment because I just don't trust this girl. My friend is a teacher. He gets off of work around 3 o'clock. He got back here, I think it was around 4:45 is when he finally came to check on my apartment because my friend is very unreliable with everything. He's the kind of guy where if you plan to go to the movies together and he's going to meet you, he'll be late. If there's a party, he'll be late. He's either always late or he just won't show up at all. He's extremely unreliable, but unfortunately, he's the only person I could rely on. So he finally shows up right before I show up to train my client, which is around 16:45, 16:50, and he sees that the door to my apartment is left ajar. It's not closed, just slightly open. And he texts me this, and I'm here thinking, okay, the best case scenario is that this girl is just running downstairs to take care of something, grab some food or something. The worst case scenario is she's in the process of stealing my property. And I told him to close the door back. And my friend is somewhat obnoxiously naive. And the girl had told him, "Oh, I still have my bag inside. Can I need to get back in there." So my friend, in his idiocy, was willing to go downstairs to security and to ask security to pull the spare key. Here's the problem. One, She doesn't have any authorization to live here. Two, just because my friend lives here on the other side of the building doesn't give him the right to take the spare key. Three, if I told you to come check on the apartment because I'm suspicious about this girl, why would you let her back in after I said close the door? I don't know. I don't have the patience for the stupidity sometimes, but thankfully he listened to me. I told him, do not get the spare key. She has to stay outside then until I get home. I got home as fast as I could, around 7:20, 7:15. Came into my home and I saw it was something of a mess. Footprints everywhere. There was wet stains in the bathroom. I have a dehumidifier, and it looked like she must have hit it or banged on it, and some water splashed all over the bathroom floor. She stole. I had to sit down and make a list of all the things she stole. She stole my water flossing system, like the device you use to floss your teeth that my dad had bought me, 60 bucks. My electric razor, 60 bucks. A beard trimmer, 30 bucks. She took two of my supplements worth $50. No, three of my supplements worth $80. She took half my towel set. I have a black Adidas bag that a client bought for me that's worth about $70, $80 that I carry my battle ropes and my other fitness equipment in it. She threw the battle ropes out and more than likely used that bag to carry all the many other items she stole from me. All in all, my cologne, she this this B word was such a C word that she either stole my body wash or took it and just poured it out into the bathtub just to spill it. She stole my massage oil. She stole some of my clothes. I had like a brand new bottle of lotion, like skin lotion. She stole that. I have like a bag of Epsom salt. She stole that. I have some red jogger pants. She stole that. She even started looking through the cabinets in my kitchen, and my ex had bought me like a large 24 pack of batteries, both AA and AAA, totaling about maybe $40 worth of batteries. She stole that as well. She stole one thing after another, and I'm pretty certain that when my friend closed the door and then saw her coming around the hallway, she had every intention of stealing more items. I'm fairly certain she would have stolen my laptop, my iPad. I'm pretty sure she stole some of my video games, like my discs of video games, because they're gone. And the thing is, sometimes you're just so used to your place being the way it is that if somebody takes small things here and there, you won't really notice it until later on. So I don't remember if I left my video game sitting on my entertainment center, but I'm pretty sure she stole some of those. If I total everything that she stole, it's about $900 worth of things she stole. Now, the law is if you steal more than $300 worth of items, that's a felony theft. And she did three times that amount. I'm angry with myself because the day I picked her up and I saw her, she looked nothing like the picture she sent me. Um, and I don't care. I'm gonna say this because I live in Miami Beach. Right now, Miami Beach is under a curfew because every time we have spring break or Memorial Day weekend, there's fights, there's shootings, and it's always by the same culture. And I'm part of that culture. I don't care. I'll say it. But they're an embarrassment. And when I saw her, I thought, you know what? I don't know if I want someone like this living with me. But I try to be open-minded. I tried to be kind. When she offered to pay rent after I complained that she had been living here for over a week and never once offered to pay rent, and I knew she wouldn't do it unless I bring it up. A couple of days later, she just walks up and hands me an envelope, and I think I was actually making a video when she did it. And I said to her, "No, you keep your money. I need you to find another place to live as soon as possible." So I didn't take her money. She was living here for free, eating my food for free. And what does she do as repayment? She steals $1,000 worth of my stuff. I mean, what a garbage piece of trash girl. And as I started noticing that she was taking, I saw that my protein powder was gone. I saw that my creatine was gone. I saw that she stole my iPhone chargers. I forgot to mention that. Every iPhone, I had three plugs with the wires in different spots of my apartment. All three she stole. Um, I sent her a text and I said, do me a favor. You still have the access card to the building. You took my gym bag along with a lot of my personal items in that gym bag. Because in my gym bag, I had like a device to monitor your heart rate and your blood saturation, your O2 saturation of your blood. That little device cost me like $30, $40. I had a blood pressure cuff, a stethoscope. That together is about $200. And a bunch of small items like body fat caliper testing tool, things that I used for my fitness training business. Those were all still in the bag, and she stole all of that. So I told her to return my bag, return the access card, return everything else she stole from me. And she returned the text by with full caps by cursing me off, calling me a disgusting POS, and to never text her phone again. So I replied with a simple, no problem. The hidden cameras in my apartment that recorded your theft and the security cameras throughout the building will work for me then. And that's it. I blocked her from there. She deleted her Instagram account, I think. Um, she's and that website, that roommate website where I found her, I absolutely hate that site, roomies.com. Somehow she was able to delete her profile from that site along with every message that was sent between us. The fact that the roommate site allows that to happen infuriates me. Furthermore, when I joined that site, I did a background check, an ID check, a confirmation check. You, anybody who's going to be renting here with me knows that, you know, everything's copacetic. They have my full name, my information, everything. But the renter, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's like the site tries to protect the renter and put the onus on the landlord or the rentee, whatever. Um, and I'm just this is Friday. I was so infuriated by this being stolen from by this piece of garbage human being. This girl that smells like the syrup you put on pancakes and curry. It's a disgusting smell, and she does it on purpose. There's some product she puts in her hair that makes her smell like that, and it's just so disgusting. And I need to really go thoroughly clean my apartment because a couple of my pillows smell like it, and I gotta like I don't know soak my pillows in vinegar because it's a really just imagine a cheap, thick, sweet syrup mixed with like a cheap curry powder. That's literally what she smelled like. I mean, you could smell her from a mile away. I'm just this piece of garbage person steals from me after I let her live with me rent free, eat my food, and deal with her nonsense. That's what she does. So yeah, I'm angry at myself because I should have just woken up one morning, gone downstairs to security, gotten one of those trolleys that you can hold your luggage and stuff in, and woken her lazy butt up and said, all right, I'm going to stand here and watch you gather all of your things, all of your belongings, put them on that trolley, give me back the access card, get out, go downstairs, have a good life, stay out of my life. But instead, I'm now out almost $1,000 worth of personal property. And I simply do not have the funds to return to get all of that stuff back. I actually have renter's insurance I've been paying for like 3 years, but it's a $500 deductible. So I don't think I can I just don't think I can afford to come out of pocket 500 bucks right now to, maybe have the insurance cover the other 300, 400 bucks of stuff. And I went to go file a police report on, I should technically say Saturday morning. It was like 5:30 in the morning. My heart was racing. I was so angry. I realized I couldn't do this. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Between the stink curry smell that was on my pillows, on my sheets, I got up and went to the police department, filed a police report. The officer asked me if I had her last name, which of course I didn't. I know she works at the Moxie's on the beach because I called the Moxie's and asked, hey, is Rachel going to be working tonight? And they said, which Rachel? I said, the Caribbean Rachel, the black girl. Oh, we have two Caribbean black Rachels. Of course you do. Well, the one that's supposed to be working later on tonight, like next to midnight. Oh, yeah, that Rachel. Yeah, she's going to be here at 11 o'clock. Okay. So I confirmed that she does work at that Moxie's, and I did forward that information to the police. So they should already be starting that investigation now. I don't know how far they'll take it. I don't know if they'll find anything. I really don't know. But to say I'm furious is a gross understatement. Um, Sorry, I'm just checking over some work I have to do. Um, yeah, I've got a few things I got to take care of. But yeah, I mean, I just don't think I'm mentally right there where I need to be the trade. And we had an overnight dip followed by a rise, which is confluent to VIX. Market opened yesterday. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is okay. I'm confused. This is 4 a.m., right? Yeah. So the market opened yesterday, rejected from this daily, and has been falling. And it looks like it's being supported right now by this. If this breaks through, then the market's going to rally. But I suspect there's going to be chop today. Or then again, I don't know. I have noticed there's times where the market will rally when everyone else expects it to be choppy because it's before a major news event. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I have the 396 here. This is where we rallied pre-market on Friday. I highly doubt we'll make it up here, but hey, anything's possible. I don't know. I already adjusted some things on ES. Um, no, or did I not? Yeah, this is a daily. I thought I did. I'm sorry. I must not have. I could have swore I changed one of these into a daily, but maybe I did that on Spy. Yeah, I think it was on Spy that I did that. No, no, it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it was ES. I haven't had a chance to really review Spy yet. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm completely out of it right now. I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep at all, like I said, on Saturday, and even after I made the police report, when I got home, um, sorry, I should mention one other thing. One of the websites I joined for the roommates, for finding a roommate, is something called spareroom.com. And in my description, I specifically state, I live in a studio, therefore there's only one room. Therefore, we're gonna have to share the studio together. And as of right now, I only have one bed. But I was looking into getting a day bed, one of those couches that converts into a regular bed, and seeing if I can possibly sell the couch I have right now, which is really just appearance. It's just this fancy looking black couch, but it's very uncomfortable and I hate it. So I thought maybe if I can sell this and get a couch that converts into a bed, I can just move my gaming chair off to the side and the roommate can sleep on that. Um, but I got a message from some administrator or some person that works for sparerooms.com, the company, and of course they're stationed in New York, and they said that in their email they said, although we have no rule or policy against sharing a room, we do random checks of people's ads, and we've determined your ad to be inappropriate, and we are therefore closing your account. Mind you, I paid for their service, right? And they never offered a refund or anything, so I was furious. And I said to myself, let me get this straight. You admit I haven't broken any rules, but you're just gonna close my account because you don't like the idea of someone living in the same room with me. That's what I find interesting. Here's what I think, especially considering this place is based out of New York. If I was a guy, I mean, I am a guy, but if I was a guy who wanted another guy to be with him, like I said, men only, I only want another guy with me, they wouldn't close my account. If I was a female that said I only want to room with another female, they wouldn't close my account. I even think if I was a female that only wanted a guy to room with me, they wouldn't close my account. But because I'm a guy who only wanted a female to room with me, oh, that's suspicious. No, 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 we don't like that. So they closed my account. I threatened to uh, I forgot what it was, to go to the Better Business Bureau or something in an email, and finally they responded that they're gonna refund prorated the money that I spent. Um, just another slap in the face. And then I joined another roommate site where I would say 80% of the responses I've been getting are from guys, even though I specifically state in the roommate site. And you can see if you look in the description, I want female only. It's just amazing, man. Oh, but looky, looky, here we go. Rallying. Tested the daily support not once, but twice. Let's see if any demands were made. Looks like a 30-ish demand was made here, but it kind of formed after it was sort of tested. Let's check the hour. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find any clean anything. Maybe a 2 hour. Mm. But anyways, we're rallying now, and I'm not gonna make a trade. I'm done. I'm not trading anything today. I mean, I've literally lost $160 over the past 2 weeks, because the highest I was after I put my money in this account was 280 something dollars, because I only had $34 in my account at the time. I added 250 and then I was up to 84 or something like that. And all I did from there is just lose money. Just a continuous downtrend. Again, here's the thing. Statistically speaking, if you make 10 trades, and my trades aren't just random. They're not random. They're based on technical analysis, levels, supply, demand, whatever, whatever. 9 out of my 10 trades are losers. Maybe 3 out of those 10 trades that were made would have been winners if I let them run. But statistically speaking, to get that many losses seems almost impossible to me. It's like I said this before, it's like if you flip a coin and it hits heads, you get punched in the head. I've said this in a tweet to Adam Mancini, which I thought was funny, and somebody responded telling me that I'm trading all wrong. I need to only trade when there's an edge. Oh, that's it? Why didn't I think of that? If every time you flip a coin and it hits heads, you get punched in the head, with my luck, I'll get a concussion. Every flip will be heads. And that's statistically impossible. That's highly unlikely. But for me, that's what happens. For example, what are the chances that I would find a roommate who's some ghetto girl that pretends to be something else and will end up being someone of a terrible personality, terrible demeanor, and then a thief? What are the chances of that happening? Well, for me, chances are high. Anyways, I think I rambled on. Wait, I should read Adam Mancini's tweet. Okay, big volume for ES overnight, and zero coincidence where the low was 3895 was main support. 3895 was main support this week. Trend line from 2020 lows. I tried and failed to find this trend line on either TradingView or Thinkorswim, so I've just given up. Posted as we hit 3897 overnight and squeezed. Yep. So once again, if you're a futures trader, this will work out perfect for you. If you're a futures trader, I think someone even sent a message yesterday evening to Adam Mancini thanking him, because I guess in his newsletter he said that this was going to be a resistance, 3897. I perused the newsletter. I'm got too much going on in my life right now to really be focused on trading. So I guess this was a resistance and it rejected, and that person took it short and made lots of money. If they held that short up until right here, they would have made a great deal of money. And then this was major support, so it went right to major support and then rallied overnight. So again, it always seems to have great follow through and movement after market and pre-market. When the market opens though, for suckers like me who trade options, no follow through. Random complete chop, absolute mess. It's extremely frustrating trading market. So I can't trade futures because I'm poor. There we go. But anyways, plan today 3935 and 3895 are support. So once again, 3895, 3835. I guess I can adjust this since it really hasn't been having much effect. So we'll move this up to 3835. You know what? No, hold on. We'll just move this down. Oh yes, that's right. I have 3936. I've just kept it at 3936 because for me that's where it's been bouncing mostly. Not 5, but at 6. Okay. So as long as 3935 holds now, 3977, which is where we rejected before, in play now. So let me go ahead and move this down there, and yeah, so as long as we're above Nyon and Hyon, it should go to Hyon, which is not that far away, so I don't see the point in even trading unless we get back down and test this level. So you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put an alert right here. If we come back and test, sorry, I thought I could have swore it said below. Let's try this again. Create alert below. Okay, it's weird. This says 3936.81. Da, 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 da. This says 393. This should be above this line, but I don't know. I'm just so over it. So what would be nice to see is a flush down below here and a quick recovery, formation of a 15-minute demand, and maybe I might take that long. I will need all of these things to come into confluence for me to make any kind of trade. So yeah, that's my little addition to the morning rant, morning plan. Oh, that's the bullish plan. I told myself I'll always create a plan for both ways. If this thing makes it up to, let's go back to our 15. If we make it back up to 3977, 3980, whatever, and this forms another strong rejection, because this is I didn't really quite line it up, but this is a supply, and if it rejects hard, you know what? Let me go ahead and put, especially if it breaks out and comes back down, but I'm gonna put an alert here. If we get above, yep, okay. So if we break above here and then fail and come back down, then I will take that, possibly take that short. Okay. So yeah, that's my update. That's my plan for a bearish plan. Although Adam Mancini believes that it's not worth being bearish unless we break below 395, but I mean, I don't know if we're gonna drop 60 for this to drop 60 points and then I take it short seems, I don't know. I just don't see the point in that, especially with options. So yeah, that's the plan so far. I jumped in the shower not long ago and I had adjusted my strike from 396, which I realize is pretty ambitious, to 393, which is in fact where that's about confluent to just below 3977. Actually no, 393 is at 3977, where the next resistance zone is set to be. And it was around this time that I left. I saw this dip down to here, Actually, no, I didn't realize until later on. I was doing something for work and I saw that it came here. When I was in the shower, I considered the possibility of putting a buy-in at like 81, which is where we dipped below earlier, and maybe potentially sell at 120 to make 40 bucks. But again, I was in the shower, and when I came out the shower, I just got a pretty big assignment. So yeah, I'm not gonna focus on trading. But I do want to show that on the VIX, we did break down below this line, which was resistance pre-market, and we may continue dropping down to this daily here, which means this is just gonna go up even higher. So if uh, if I had a couple options to jump in here at 85 or something, sell one of them at, I don't know if this even got to 125, and hold on to the other with a break even sell stop loss to see if we push a little bit higher. But we haven't quite made it. We came very close to 3977, but haven't quite made it yet. But I think Adam Mancini said if we break past, actually he did just tweet. Let me just go ahead and mention his tweet. After major overnight volume, ES as usual lately chopping during day. 3977 was my target today, and so far came 3 points off after a big 75-point run overnight off critical multi-year trendline support 3895. So again, if you are a futures trader and you don't sleep, this market's great for you. I mean, this short is huge. This long is huge. Look at this. Technically, this is, let's just look at it from SPY. This is 393 to 385. This is almost a 10-point move overnight. And then 385 to 392, and another 10-point move to recover, almost. Rarely does this ever happen during the market. Okay, anyways, 3977 remain target, 3997 above. What? That's 20 points. Okay, hold on. Okay, well, that's confluent to this bull, top of the bull that I have here. And this is where it bounced at the bottom of this bull. I still have the bull flag on from way before, where we had the rejection and drop. I still have it because I mean, it looks like it's working. At least on the 15, because you know this is thinkorswim. Everything changes depending what time frame you're using. So then if 3997, so then I guess I can get rid of this. I still don't know if I want to adjust my daily. I think I'll keep it where it is for now. But yeah, this thing's trucking. If I had gotten in at 85 and sold at 125, that's 40 bucks profit right there. Whatever. Well, it just keeps pushing. We've hit 3977, didn't even hesitate and pushed beyond that. Meaning if I had gotten in earlier this morning before I took my shower at 80, whatever it was, I was thinking of getting in like 81.80, it would have retested again. But I mean, I would have had my stop loss. Well, then again, knowing my luck, it probably would have gone down to my stop loss, but it almost peaked at 177, 174, whatever. But yeah, that would be almost $100 profit right there had I gone long. It's just funny how whenever you think there's going to be chop, you expect chop, the market will rally. It's just amazing. Oh, and look, perfect reaction from the VIX. Um, I mean, again, if you were trading futures and you're using VIX to help you with making the trades, there you go. This is where you would take your long at 4:30 this morning, and boom, 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 it just keeps going. I don't know if we're gonna make it to this daily or not. I thought about shorting 3977, but as you can see, there's no evidence of slowing down, and I don't think there would be, being that we haven't quite made it to the daily point yet. We may even pass this daily and go here for all I know. This is probably going to be a day where it's just going to rally hard. That being the case, then likely tomorrow is going to be chop, and FOMC is going to be just random, impossible to trade, extreme chop. By extreme, I mean extreme swings. So yeah, it's typical that on a day that I decide I'm not going to trade, the market does what it's. Look at this, just perfect follow through. If I switch to a 5 minute, I bet you, well, this would fake you out. If you're doing MK strategy, this will fake you out because here we have a supply that was created and then retested, but then it never made it down to any of the previous areas. If you did this demand and you were waiting for a retest, it wouldn't have happened. But then again, if you were doing his strategy, you would have to wait till like here to trade. So I guess this demand formed and then retested, so you could have traded from here at 10:45, which is, yeah. So if you had 100, if you were willing to spend $100 to go long here, then yeah, you would have made $60 profit, which is not bad. So strategy would have worked here. But we're now reaching the top of the bull flag, at least on the 5 minute. Let's see what happens on the 15. Okay, we passed it. Um, but that's SPY. Let's look at ES. Yeah, we're not there yet on ES. But anyways, 3997 is the next target, not that far away. So yeah, this would have been a great day to trade after all. So I got screwed. But as is typical, that's the way things are for me. Yep, it just goes to show that when I feel like trading, I shouldn't, and when I don't feel like trading, I should. Because look, I mean, granted, the market didn't open until like right here, so let me really, to be fair, zoom in here. This is pretty much the entire move for the day. But I remember I took this gray area off. This was some sort of cluster of support between 3947 and 3955. But I was hoping we'll get a retest of 3936. I think it was, right? That's where I put my, yeah, 3936. Realizing that, of course, I shouldn't have done that because 3955 was the next support. And when Adam Mancini tweeted 3936 was support, he tweeted that like here, right? But we already passed that. Um, the next spot was 3955. I can probably get rid of this 3963 one right here. Um, and yeah, I can get rid of this because the next spot was 3977. And we're already past there. And this is going to continue, I think he said to 3997, so right here. So yeah, had I, had I gotten in before I took my shower down here and just let it run, I would be up $100 right now on one option. I don't have enough money to get two, but on one option, I would be up 100. Actually, this thing almost hit 200, so I mean, I would have sold at this point. I don't know if I would wait for 3997, but I would have sold right here, and man, made $100 today. That would have been really great, you know. That might be enough to buy my some of the stuff that this girl stole from me. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. And you know, the thing is, this is on Friday. It wasn't until like Sunday that I realized she stole my battery packs because the batteries for my air conditioning sensor, whatever you call it, where you adjust your AC, um, the batteries died there, and then normally what I do is just go into my battery pack, and that's what they're for, is to for that AC that my ex-girlfriend bought me, and this piece of shit ghetto girl stole it. So, and I'm pretty sure she stole some of my video games. Um, I know she went through my drawers. I haven't gone through all of my drawers yet, but I'm fairly certain if I could tally everything that she stole, it would equate to about $1,000 worth of things. So I'm just, I don't know. I between what she did, between and I did all, like, for example, she stole or poured out all my body wash. So I went online and I bought more of the body wash I use, $10. She stole my shaving, my beard shaver, whatever, my clippers. That's That's 50 bucks, more than 50 bucks. I went and bought that because I need to shave. So we're up to $60 right now. Um, what else? I forget, there's some other stuff that I went to go buy. I even wasted time going to Target to see if I can buy my protein powder. I bought two of the supplements that she stole. Protein powder wasn't there, it sold out, of course, knowing my luck. Um, she stole my lotion. I haven't bought that. What I did with the little bit of lotion I have left is I put water in it to water it down and just use that for now. You guess right. This piece of garbage girl even went into the kitchen and stole a pack of my sponges. She just emptied out my home. Oh, look, I just realized something. This is where you know not to go long now. Remember on the VIX, it reached right to my daily point. I thought it might break through this one and continue further down, but it looks like for now that's not happening. It's rejecting. But yeah, look at this. It just broke right through here. It rejected off of here initially this morning, but then pushed right through. So yeah, I guess what another plan, another bullish plan I should have thought of instead of waiting for it to go back down to 3936, I should have considered if it breaks past this point to take this long. But it did break past this point kind of and then rejected back down. And I don't know how far back. No, this went down pretty far. So this probably would have prompted people to kick in their stop loss if they chose that plan. But if they decided to wait until the next 15-minute candle and wait till this breaks through and taking this short, I mean, taking SPY long or ES, whatever. Yeah, this would have been a good play. I don't get why this keeps popping up on my screen. But anyways, that's that. This is just another example of how better it would be better to trade futures. It would be. I mean, here, I mean, I was awake at this time. This would be a great time to take this short and let this thing run. If you could buy multiple contracts. And here's something else too, man. This is how I know some of these futures traders are filthy rich. I mean, if it costs like I forget what it was, like $12,000 to trade one contract of ES futures or something like that in the video I watched, and that video was over a year old, so I don't know how much it is now. But let's say it costs you just $5,000 to trade one ES contract, and you buy 100 ES contracts. I mean, you gotta have a crap ton of money in your account to do that. But anyways, so you let this thing run down, you you scale out, and then this is major support 3895 or 385 here. And you can set your sell limit for your final position here and then maybe switch it around and go long. And look at that, man. There are some future traders that have made some serious money, especially the ones that follow Adam Mancini. Not me, not me. I'm an options trader and I lose money on a consistent basis. 10 out of 10 trades, losses. I just made my smoothie. I can't wait to have that. I'm hungry and I got maca powder finally. Um, if my smoothie's oatmeal, like a cup and a half, maybe 2 cups at the most of oatmeal, banana, peanut butter. I think I've said this before. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. Like a tablespoon of peanut butter, about a palm amount of blueberries, and about a tablespoon or two, preferably two, of fresh organic, not fresh organic, sorry, just organic maca powder. Um, my protein powder that was stolen, unfortunately, that I use Vita Protein's chocolate protein powder, so a scoop or 2 scoops of that. Um, a palmful of walnuts, a palmful of pumpkin seeds, and I put like maybe 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, and then chocolate milk, or if you want to just use regular milk, but I use chocolate milk because pretty much the smoothie is gonna hold me over for the entire day up until later on this evening when I have my one meal of the day. with another smoothie that's the veggie, like spinach and fruit smoothie. But this smoothie, I think I've done the math, is about like 50 plus grams of protein if I have my protein powder. And I think I'm forgetting something as well, now that I think about it. But um, for the most part, that's pretty much it. And but the maca has like this sweet but smoky flavor. I don't know how to describe it. I've never had anything like it. And maca powder is renowned for having nutritional benefits, libido, energy. It's just great. It's not like something like ashwagandha where it works for some but not for others, and you can only take it so much. No. Think of maca powder as like a actual food, and it has really good health benefits. But anyway, sorry, I'm ranting about that. Not really a rant, but I'm after having such crappy last couple of days, just a little treat. The powder, the bag of powder costs like $10, and it should last me almost 3 weeks. So, but it gives so much impact and flavor to my smoothie in the morning, and it's just so healthy. So it's just something, the small pleasures in life, man. When you have a life like mine, you have to uh, look for the small pleasures. Anyways, back to the trading. I mean, well, the attempted trading. We had a rejection on the VIX, exactly where I have this daily. I mean, this is pretty clean, pretty clear cut. Had I taken the risk, I thought about it, but then I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to. After such a strong run, it's kind of ballsy to take it short. This would be a good spot to take it short if you had profited. So if I had taken that 70, 80 long and profited, then I would switch to a short. And what short would have been good? I wonder. Let's see. I would say probably close to where we opened in the morning, so 390. So let's say we took a 390 short right around the time it kicked in. Yep, could have afforded that. Could have gotten a couple options here, and look at that. That's a pretty good return. We formed a clean 15-minute supply. It wasn't retested, but this would have been a really good short. And yeah, I didn't take it. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I wish I can post more successful trades. I wish I wasn't crappy at what I'm doing. But, I made a choice not to trade. That choice was the wrong choice. I made a choice not to take this short. I was actually in the kitchen making my smoothie at the time. Speaking of which, I need to really, because if you let it stay too long, if you don't drink it, not quickly, but within a reasonable amount of time, the oatmeal begins to thicken from the water in the milk. Um, and it gets kind of, I don't like my smoothie really thick. So anyways, I'm gonna cut this early. But yeah, so here we go. How far will it drop down? If I have to assume, it's probably gonna drop down up until VIX reaches this point here. I'm gonna have to guess. So this fall should be ending soon. So, sorry, God bless it. I'm not focused at all. This is what I wanted to do. Uh, go back to SPY. Oh God, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think it's about to reach the max of its drop. Maybe, but maybe it might drop down to the um you know what? I didn't even notice this. This is the January 22 bearish trend line. I wish the label would show, but it's freaking thinkorswim. What are you gonna do? But I spent most of my morning focusing on this and didn't realize that in fact, where's the 2020 trend line here, by the way? Way down here? Really? Wow. Wow. Well, you know what? Is that with or without log scale? Okay. So with log scale, we're bouncing off the 2020 trend line here. You know what? I think I might just start keeping this on log scale because let's see if anything changes for VIX with or without log scale. Okay, nothing changes here. This is just so annoying, man. Without log scale, it looks like this. No, that wasn't the spot. Hold on. Yeah, it looked like we rejected off the top of the bull flag without log scale. With the log scale, it's just slightly above the bull flag. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if I should keep it on or off. I have it on my other screen, but it's a 30-minute chart on the other screen. So maybe I should just switch this to a 15-minute chart on the other screen so I can get an idea of what things are like on both with or without law scale on the same time frame. But yeah, so that's my update. Anyways, time for some smoothie. Well, had I just listened to myself, and I was right when I said that this wasn't going to fall much further, and I was predicting that maybe it will fall to the point where VIX would have um, hit this level. It never actually went there. In fact, it turned around pretty quickly just below this SMA. The original put that I was not put, the original call I was looking at dipped as low as $51 and peaked almost as high as 150 because the bull stepped in right about to where we opened and pushed it right back up. Not quite to where we were before, but pretty close. So sadly, if I had just made the risk to trade and gotten in, I could have gotten in with two options here and sold. If I put my sell limit at 150, I wouldn't have quite made it, but who knows? I mean, it still might push up a little bit higher, but I probably would have sold anyways, both options, and this would have easily been like a 120, almost $200 profit had I gotten in at the very bottom. Um, so yeah, of course now is not the time to get in because if you look at the VIX, we're back to where we were before. So yeah, VIX has been pretty helpful today. Um, Along with Adam Mancini's levels, could have made some good trades today, but didn't. So what am I gonna do? So I debated, and of course, obviously I didn't take the trade, but I debated about taking the short again because, as I mentioned on the VIX, we didn't quite make it back up to this level. In fact, I may adjust this. I need to verify what this level. You know what? Let's do this right now. Let's verify what this level actually is. Looks like it could qualify as a daily. Let me see if I can go back more than. Okay, I don't get much here for a daily. You know what? Let's see if we get anything further back. It looks like we could bring it to here. Let's see. Maybe. Okay, not much there on a daily. Let's try the 4. Sometimes I wonder if I should flip that switch, that whatever that thing is that takes off after market hours. Um, yeah, this is interesting, but that's not where it was. Okay, God bless it. My head is pounding. I wonder if this can qualify as a, maybe not. I don't know if this can qualify as a, I can't think, come on, think, I have Head and Shoulders. I do see a possible trend here and here. Let's just increase that in case this becomes something later. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is. I keep forgetting that. That's the one I'm looking at. God bless it. Sometimes when I'm sitting at the computer, actually this is the third time this has happened. I breathe in and it feels like I breathed in like a metal shaving, like a metal shard into my throat. And I start coughing terribly. And I can't help but wonder if it's coming from my computer or something else. Ugh. Alright, enough. I'll figure this out some other time. So we didn't quite make it back to here. Rejected at this. We came back down here. Looks like we're coming back up. We rejected here, but I was gonna take this short when it looked like we're about to reject here, and it would have cost me probably about $60 to get in. But I had figured since the Bulls had put this much effort to bring this up, fight this fall, and bring this up again, I doubt they're gonna let this fall much lower, and I was right. It didn't even make it to VWAP. So, anyways, another hour and a half of trading left, and I do want to point out that we did form a clean supply here, 15-minute, then formed a almost clean demand here. Didn't really come back to test it much, but this was a little rally here, going back up. But yeah, I'm here looking at the call. I was talking about the put. So stupid. This is this rally here? Okay, yeah, that's this rally. Let's look at the put. If I had taken this short, oh yeah, that really wouldn't have done anything. This short wouldn't have. I would have to be in the money. So we'd have to try like a 393, and this wouldn't have yielded. Well, this is not bad, but it's not great. Anyways, okay, 393. Okay, wow. I did not have a good night's rest at all. All right, enough. I looked at Adam's recent tweet, and he mentioned that this bounce today was again off of the March 2020 lows, and I'm like, dude, okay, I'm gonna try and find these March 2020 lows, and I did, but on a different time frame on ES. So look, I put it on 1030. Of course, it doesn't show here. Oh my god, look. This is the March 2020 low. I found it. It flows perfectly. Let me increase the size of this. Let's go to 3-year and a week. March 2020 lows. I had to adjust it slightly because if I went down here, it would have just gone off the map. So I decided to skip the wick and just go through as much of this as I could. And yeah, now it looks like it's flowing perfectly, bouncing. But on this chart, if I put this to a 15, it still bounces. But on this chart, so it bounces using log scale here, but not here. Watch this. Log scale. Now, see? I guess maybe I should just keep trading with log scale on. I don't know. It's beginning to really frustrate me because when I take the log scale off, and let's put this back on a 115, this looks like a clean bounce off of the bull flag, but then I change it and it goes below the bull flag but bounces here. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep log scale on. I don't know. I'm tired of it. The constant changes. Oh, so if we found this for ES, let's see if we can find this for SPY. What is this? I don't know what this is. I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay. So let's back it out again. Sorry, I'm just looking, wondering why I have this here. Oh, I think this is because that guy used to follow K-Pax kept swearing that we're gonna reach this point, which never happened. Anyways, okay. So should I start at the bottom of the wick? Is that where I did it for? I think so. Or no? You know what? Let's start at the bottom of the candle and let's try and work our way. Let's just avoid the wicks. Okay. Let's see if that worked. Yep, there it is. This is it here. So let's increase the size of this to a 4 and make this blue. Okay. Did this bounce anywhere else, I wonder? Yep, yep. Here, here, here. Man, I wish my idiotic self found this earlier. Look at this. Look at the confluences here. Um, oh, this is a 30. Okay, let's go to a 515. When was that rally? Let's look at it here. We have the demand for on pre-market, gets retested again, rally. Not a big rally, but what would be ideal is if on FOMC day, if on FOMC day, I'm so sorry, my brain is not braining as usual. Look at this. Anyways, if this will fall and be confluent to this daily and this trend line, and then we rally. But yeah, man, obviously you can't trade options or SPY pre-market, so you just have, it's kind of interesting. This is pretty much it. This is it for the range on SPY, 390 to 393. Just 3 points of a range. That's all you'll get. Meanwhile, this big move down and this big move up before the market is only reserved for those trading or who are able to trade pre-market. Look at this narrow nonsense right here. But look, these kind of trades are just rare. One here and one here. Anyways, all right, I just wanted to update that.